What up, folks? Happy hump day. This is Michael in the wee hours of the night on the graveyard shift, getting your brand new day started with a brand new trivia question. I hope your week's going well. Now get over that hump. Anyways, the answer to the previous trivia question was biting an ear off of Evander Holyfield. This was known as the bite fight. Oh man, I remember this real well. This was kind of gross. It went down in history as one of the most bizarre fights in boxing history. And of course, it had to take place in Las Vegas on June 28th, 1997, the focus of the trivia question. And this was after Tyson bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear during the course of this fight. This was the second time these two had actually fought within a year's time, which is kind of rare, I think, these days. But with Holyfield winning the first fight after 11 rounds of boxing and kind of a controversial ending. So this was the rematch, if you will. This was part two. The historic bite fight didn't make it past 3 rounds. Okay, Holyfield came out completely dominating the fight initially to begin with. So this was much to everyone's surprise because Tyson had already kind of hyped up the whole thing anyways. And this was after an overhand punch from Holyfield landed in round 1, stunned Tyson, and quite frankly stunned everyone. Tyson went on the defensive sorts of bobbing, weaving, and this was met by Holyfield by more bobbing and weaving. Then this resulted in Holyfield headbutting Tyson. I think it actually broke open some skin there, but this set the whole thing off. This kind of set the stage. Tyson and Holyfield would go on to grapple, get into a series of clinching, head rolling, back and forth, big old sweaty mess, basically. More headbutts, and that's when Tyson finally resorted to biting. Tyson began the third round with a furious attack. He started a really good comeback, actually, and both were engaged in a clinch again. Tyson rolled his head to escape, and then he bit a 1-inch piece of cartilage from the top of Holyfield's ear. Shocked everyone, including the referee. Everybody was like, what just happened? Tyson spat out the piece of ear onto the ring floor. Now, as Holyfield turned to walk to his corner, Tyson doubled down on the whole thing and shoved him from behind. So the ear started bleeding profusely. And the referee stops the fight. After a 2-point deduction to Tyson, the round 3 briefly resumed again up until the end of the round. So after the round was over and a more closer examination of Holyfield's ear was evaluated and discovered, it was just a bloody mess, and Tyson was then disqualified. The match was stopped. Now, what happened afterwards was chaos. Just mass chaos erupted over the whole thing. So it was 3 rounds, 3 very short rounds, resulting in a missing ear and mass chaos. Tyson's disqualification from the match resulted in the loss of his boxing license, and he got fined $3 million. $3 million in 1997 for a legal fee was pretty hefty. The match generated a total of $180 million in revenue. That's $304 million in today's day and age, adjusted for inflation. I think that's actually a little bit more by this point. And this was the result of things like Livegate, pay-per-view, which was big back then, closed circuit television, foreign television rights, and of course casino profits. Don't forget, this was in Las Vegas, right? So, wow, that was something else. Known as the bite fight. That stuff actually happened, folks. A couple of cool geek factoids. In a 2008 documentary, Tyson claimed the whole thing erupted because of the headbutting. He claimed Holyfield was headbutting on purpose, and so therefore he was clinching and rolling around and ended up biting his ear. Tyson and Holyfield would go on years later to make amends with each other on an Oprah Winfrey show, because of course, if you're going to get disqualified, fine $3 million, and bite somebody's ears off, you want to make amends on Oprah. You want to go on Oprah and make sure everything's nice, hug it out, all that good stuff. Less than a year after the bite fight, Tyson's boxing license would be reinstated. It's pretty cool stuff, folks. There you go. All right, folks, let's get over that hump day with the brand new trivia question. Couple more days of June left, folks, and we'll be well into summer and well into July. June 29th, on this day in 2002, U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney serves as acting president of the United States for only 2.5 hours, while President George Bush undergoes a colonoscopy procedure, thereby invoking Section 3 of this constitutional amendment. Good luck, folks. Have a happy hump day. Thanks for all you do. It's a privilege to be on your team. Peace out.